Hello everyone, today our topic is how to add ActiveCampaign bounce emails in Google Sheet. So here my objective is that in my ActiveCampaign account, I'm sending a lot of emails to my contacts. So whenever an email get undelivered or get bounced, then automatically I'm going to capture the details of that bounce email and I'm going to add these details automatically in my Google Sheet. So for that, I have to simply build a connection between ActiveCampaign and Google Sheets. So for building this connection, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing software for automation and integration. In Pabbly Connect, I have to use trigger and action. In trigger application, I'm going to use ActiveCampaign. In action application, I'm going to use Google Sheets. So how I'm going to add these details, for that, let me take you to my computer screen. I hope all you can see my computer screen, and today we are going to see that how we can add ActiveCampaign bounce emails in our Google Sheets. So I used to do email marketing for my business and I used to run a campaign in ActiveCampaign, but sometimes in that campaign my email does not get delivered or get bounced and I never get to know about them until I check the reports. And that makes my campaign fail at some points. So I'm looking for a solution that whenever an email gets bounced in my campaign in ActiveCampaign, then automatically the details of that bounce email should get added in my Google Sheet so that I will have the data of my bounce emails. So for this, I have the solution which is Pabbly Connect. And here my objective is that whenever an email gets bounced in ActiveCampaign, then automatically the details of that bounce email will get added in my Google Sheet. So for this, I have to build a simple connection between ActiveCampaign and Google Sheet, and it will require zero coding and programming skills. So for using Pabbly Connect, I have to open a new tab and search for pabbly.com. And this will take us to this landing page of Pabbly. Here we have two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you don't have any account with Pabbly, you can just sign up for free and it will take only 2 minutes of your time and you will get 100 of tasks free every month. Or if you already have an account, you can just sign in and you will get to see this page. So these are all the apps that Pabbly offers and we are going to use Pabbly Connect here. For that, I have to click here on this Access Now button under Pabbly Connect and this will direct us to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here, this is the workflow section and we can see all the workflows that we will create here. And this is the folder section. We can create new folder here and we can save any workflow in any particular folder that we want. Now here, I want to create a new workflow. For that, I have to click here on this create workflow button and this window will pop up. Here I have to name my workflow. So I'm going to name it as my objective, which is to add ActiveCampaign bounce email in Google Sheets. Now I'm going to select the folder where I want to save my workflow. So I'm going to open this tab and in this I can select the folder where I want to save my workflow. So I want to save my workflow in this particular folder of Google Sheets. So I'm going to select that and I'm going to click on create. And this will take us to this most important window of our workflow. Here we have two boxes, trigger and action. So these are the two main principles on which our workflow works on. And trigger says when this happens, action says do this. So trigger is going to be the first step that will get executed in our workflow and action will just follow that. So we have to set up our trigger first and here my trigger application is going to be ActiveCampaign. So I'm going to select ActiveCampaign here and now I have to give a trigger event. So I'm going to open this tab and in this I have this option of email bounces. So this is going to be my trigger event. So I'm going to select this and now I'm going to connect ActiveCampaign with Pabbly Connect. So I'll click here on connect. I will click on add new connection and for connecting ActiveCampaign, I need a API key and the URL. So where I'm going to find these details, for that I have to go to ActiveCampaign and in this I will go to settings and in settings I have this option of developer. So I'm going to open this and here I have these two options. This is my API key and this is my URL. So first I'm going to copy this API key. I will go back to Pabbly Connect and I'm going to paste that API key here. Now I need a URL, so I'm going to go back to ActiveCampaign and I'm going to copy this URL. I will go back to Pabbly Connect and I'm going to paste that URL here and this is going to be my URL. Now I'm going to click on save and here first I have to give a webhook name. So I can give any random name just to have a reference. So I'm going to click here and I'm going to give my webhook name. So my webhook name is going to be demo and I'm going to click on save and send as to click button. And here it is waiting for response. So how I'm going to get the response? For that, what I need to do is I need to send an email of my campaign and whenever an email bounces in that campaign, automatically I'm going to get the response. So for that, I have to take you back to my ActiveCampaign account. And in this, I will go to contacts. I will open my lists and I will open this list of testing. And here in this list, I have these three contacts And in this context, these two contacts are valid and this one contact of dummy user is not valid. So I have this email address. Now what is going to happen is I'm going to send emails to all these contacts, but in this, whenever the email will be sent to this particular contact, it will get bounced. Now to check this, I will go to my campaigns. So in campaigns, I have all these campaigns and I'm going to use this promotional campaign. So I'm going to open this and here I have created this campaign and I'm going to send this campaign to the list of testing. So in testing, I have all the contacts. So I have 2 valid contacts in this list and 1 invalid contact. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to send emails to all these contacts. So I'm going to click here on the send now button. I'm going to click on send now and my campaign is being sent. So I have sent emails to all my contacts. Now what is going to happen is one of the email is going to get bounced and I'm going to get the details automatically in my Pabbly Connect account. Now to check this, let's go back to Pabbly Connect. And here we can see I have received this response. So in the response, I have this type which is bounce and I have this list name which is testing and I have this list ID which is 3. And in this, I also have the contact details. So this is my contact phone number. I have the contact name which is dummy, last name is user and the email is dummyyuser@pabblitudes.com abcd. So this was the email of my contact and this is my campaign name which is promotional. And the bounce description is bad destination system, no such domain. And I have the account ID. Now here what I can see is that the email that got bounced is for this particular contact. And I have received all the details of that contact and the reason of my bounce email. So I have received all the details of my bounce email. Now what I need to do is I need to use these details and automatically I want to add these details in my Google Sheet. So for that, what I need to do is I need to add my action step. So I'm going to do that. And in my Actions tab, I'm going to use Google Sheet as my action application. So I'm going to select Google Sheets here. And here I have to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab and add new row will be my action event. So I'm going to select this. And I'm going to connect Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect. So I'll click here on connect. I will click on add new connection and I will sign in with Google. And now I will click on continue to give access to my account. And I have successfully connected Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect. And here I have all these other tabs. So first I have to select my spreadsheet and for that I have to take you back to my Google Sheet. And in this I'm using this spreadsheet of ActiveCampaign bounce emails and I'm in sheet 1. And in sheet 1 I have all these columns: contact name, account ID, contact list, mobile number, email, campaign name and bounce description. So I will go back to Pabbly Connect and I'm going to map all these details. So here first I have to select my spreadsheet and for selecting the spreadsheet I have to open this tab. And in this tab, I will find all the spreadsheets that are connected with my Google Sheet account. And I want to use this particular spreadsheet of ActiveCampaign bounce emails. So I'm going to select this. And here we can see all the details have changed according to my spreadsheet. So I had all these columns in my Google Sheet. So I have to fill all these details here. So I have received all these details of bounce email in my ActiveCampaign trigger response. So I'm going to use all those details and I'm going to map those details here. For that, I have to use mapping. So what mapping is? Mapping is a technique through which I can retrieve the data from the previous tabs and the data that is changing will get replaced with the new data in the real time. So for mapping, I have to click here and I need the contact name. So for that, I'm going to open this response of ActiveCampaign. And in this, I have the name of my contact. So first I'm going to map my first name, which is dummy. I will give a space and I'm going to map the last name, which is user. So I have mapped my contact name. Similarly, I'm going to map account ID. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to open this response of ActiveCampaign. And here I have this account ID. So I'm going to map this. Now I need a contact list. So I'm going to click here. I will open this response of ActiveCampaign. And in this, I'm using this list of testing. So I'm going to map that. Now I need a mobile number. So I'm going to click here. I will open this response of ActiveCampaign. And in this, I have the contact mobile number. So I'm going to map that. Similarly, I'm going to map my email address. So I'm going to click here. I will open ActiveCampaign and this is my email address. So I'm going to map this. Now I will map the campaign name. So this is the campaign name. So I'm going to map this. And now I have to map the bounce description. So I'm going to click here. I will open this response of ActiveCampaign. This is my bounce description. So I'm going to map that. And here we can see I have filled all the required details. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click here on this save and send test request button. And here we can see I have received this response. So this is a positive response and this means that I have added all these details automatically in my Google Sheet. Now to check this, I will go back to my Google Sheet and here we can see I have added these details here. So in the details, I have the contact name, which is dummy user. I have this account ID. I have the contact list, which is testing. I have the mobile number and the email address, which is dummyyuser@pabblytudes.com ABCD. And I have the campaign name, which is promotional, and I have the bounce description, which is bad destination system, no such domain. So I have received all these details from my ActiveCampaign, and in ActiveCampaign, I have sent a campaign to all my contacts, and in that I got this email bounced. So in this details, I have this email address which was not valid. That's why I have this bounce description which says bad destination system, no such domain. So I got the details of that bounce email here, and I have added that detail automatically in my Google Sheet. Now I will have the data of all the bounced emails in my campaign. So here, whenever an email will get bounced in my ActiveCampaign, then automatically I'm going to capture the details of that bounce email, and I'm going to add those details automatically in my Google Sheet. Now to check this in real time, I will go back to ActiveCampaign. And in this, I'm going to use this campaign of marketing. So I'm going to open this. And now I have to select my list. So I'm going to open this tab. And now I'm going to use this list of first list. So I'm going to select this. So what I need to do is I need to send this campaign to all the contacts in this particular list. And if in this contact list, I have an invalid contact and that email will not get delivered, then it will get bounced. And I'm going to add those details automatically in my Google Sheet. Now to check this, I'm going to click here on the send now button. I will click on send now and my campaign is being sent. And I have successfully sent my campaign to all the contacts. Now what should happen is that automatically the details of the bounce email will be added in my Google Sheet. Now to check this, I will go back to Google Sheet. And here we can see I have added this new row automatically in my Google Sheet. So in this, I have this contact name, which is Michael Karras. I have the account ID. I have the contact list, which is first list. I have the mobile number of my contact. I have this email address, which is michaelkarras@pabblytudes.xyz. And I have this campaign name, which is marketing, and the bounce description, which is bad destination system, no such domain. So this is the detail of the contact that email has got bounced. So in my campaign, the email that I have sent has not been get delivered to this particular contact, and I have received the details of that contact automatically in my Google Sheet. So whenever in my ActiveCampaign, I'm getting a bounce email, then automatically I'm capturing the details of that bounce email and I'm adding those details in my Google Sheet. So here I'm keeping the data of all the bounce email contacts or the bounce email. So here my connection between ActiveCampaign and Google Sheet is working successfully. Now let's go back to Pabbly Connect. And here I have built this connection by using Pabbly Connect, and I have built this connection between ActiveCampaign and Google Sheets successfully. Now let's summarize what we did here. So first I have set up my trigger, and my trigger application was ActiveCampaign and my trigger event was email bounces. Then I've set up my actions tab, and my action application was Google Sheets and my action event was add new row. So this is how I have successfully created this workflow, and you can also create this workflow by following all the steps that I did in my workflow. And I'm also going to put the link of my workflow in the description so you can check it out from there. And thank you for watching this video. Not just these applications, you can automate and integrate a lot more applications like this using Pabbly Connect. If you need any help or if you have any doubt, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can post them at forum.pabbly.com, or if you have any issue with the pricing of Pabbly, you can connect on this link. And if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.